All right, so let me try and explain what Pages CMS is. I think static site generators are super popular. Lots of people using Next.js or VidPress or Nuxt or Jekyll or Hugo or 11T or one of the 1,000 other flavors of SSGs out there. And for a good reason. They offer really an awesome developer experience, as close as HTML as you would be comfortable with, and they're really easy to scale and host, and it's great for developers. It's awesome. But as soon as you start having people managing content, it's not that easy. Now, you could either have flat files directly into your repository alongside your code, and that's fine, but then that means that you need to go and find a way for people to just go and be able to edit the markdown and YAML formatter and kind of figure out what you actually go and upload the assets and link to them, etc. Or you use a headless CMS like Contentful or Sanity, which is fine, but I think in many cases it's kind of really overkill. Number one, most websites don't really need to go and have yet another dependency, yet another platform to actually go and do the job, especially if you're just handling only a few hundred or even a few thousand pages. And second, I think in many cases you lose the appeal of having all your content and all your assets in a single repo where you can actually manage content and media as code. You can have branches and run previews. You can merge it, and I think as a developer at least, I really enjoy that aspect. So what Pages CMS does is try and go and let you just host everything into a single repo while still providing you with like a user-friendly interface. To illustrate that, let's look at the Pages CMS website that you have in front of you right now. It's built with 11T, which is a JavaScript static site generator, and it's pretty simple, really, right? And as you would expect, for pages like the one you have in front of you, which is in the documentation for configuration, you have images and links and tables and all kinds of stuff. And if you were to go and track it down in the repository, really it's just a single file with a YAML formatter for the title and the order that helps me kind of figure out the order in the menu, and then just some markdown. Pretty simple, but not necessarily the most the easiest or most appealing representation for a non-technical user. And even for myself, quite frankly, like uploading media and then figuring out how to link to it, I'm lazy. I don't want to have to deal with this. And that's kind of what Pages CMS does. So rather than just going on GitHub and modifying this or doing it like with directly on code locally, I can sign in with my GitHub account. And once I'm in, I'm able to go and look for my repo. And there you go, select it. And once I'm logged in, I can actually go and use a very simple user-friendly interface. So for example, the configuration file we're just looking at, same information but represented in a form. So it's a lot easier to actually go and know what you're editing and not kind of do any commit any typo. But it's also a lot easier to go and edit that kind of content where you potentially have media and you want to be able to go and browse the images that you have already on your servers, and you want to be able to go and easily upload files. You can drag and drop. You can actually even drag and drop directly into the rich text editor here, and do pretty much everything that you would do with WordPress. So in essence, that's kind of what Pages CMS does, and it enables this with really a single file that you drop at the root of your repository. It's actually .pages.yaml that defines where your media is at and the content types that you have on your website. And that's pretty much it. And just to kind of end on that, I think one of the really nice things is that, as I mentioned, you actually go and still get to go and work on a single repo. So let's look at, for example, This page is currently named examples. Let's assume that I want to go and rename it configuration examples, and I would save. I would assume that I would then still have in the repository a commit for this. So as you can see here, now I have that update that I just pushed through the CMS being tracked in GitHub as any other commit would be, and it's triggering, in this case, the Cloudflare Pages action, and it's building the website, and I'm assuming in the next like 10 to 20 seconds it will be online and released. And you could do the same with Vercel, you could do the same with Netlify or any other platform of your choosing that integrates with GitHub. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. There you go. It updated the website. So that's Pages CMS for you, and hopefully that's useful.